Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go-to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Hi, and welcome to The Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is a former utility industry leader turned the extraordinary visionary coach and trainer that she is today. Known for transforming compliance, driving efficiency, and champion employee engagement. She has a knack for turning challenges into triumphs. Can't wait to hear this because we all have challenges and we all need to know how to change them into triumphs. Now she's dedicated to her expertise to empowering individuals and organizations to unlock their full potential through leadership and collaboration. Help me welcome the transformative trailblazer, Lindsey Schiel. Hey, Lindsey.
Hey there. Thanks so much for having me today.
Oh, wow. You're just so impressive. How do you literally get into a corporation or with an individual and help them make these changes? Because change is so hard for people.
It is so hard for people. And I'm excited when I get to come in and help people really look for different opportunities to change and then bring their teams along the way. So what it really means for me to do that is for me to come in and help individuals and companies really come up with like what is their goal, and then what types of metrics can we put around it, what types of ways can we share the excitement, how do we get everybody involved in the change, because really it's getting that buy-in from the ground up for things to really change and to stay consistently changed.
That's true. And people are pretty much like resistant. And you just move that needle by finding out what the true why and goal is.
Definitely.
And bringing everybody together to collaborate.
For sure. And I really feel strongly that servant leadership helps enable changes to be sustainable. So as a leader, it's your responsibility really to say, what are your needs, and incorporate those into the change.
So you've transitioned from a utility leader. Explain what that is to me.
So I had about 19 years in the utility industry, and through my tenure there, I was able to work with numerous teams, customer-facing teams, and my biggest pride really was improving employee engagement, helping individuals, direct reports, increase their leadership responsibilities, help their teams evolve. And so I was sitting one day and was really like, how do I do this on a bigger scale? How do I reach more people and really start this kind of revolution of everybody's a leader in every aspect of their life, and really help people understand the impact that they have on those around them and the positive impact they can have.
So that's what inspired you to become the entrepreneur you are.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
Something really had to flip the switch.
I have a family of, I have a great husband. I have 4 kids, and my kids are getting older. And it really was the time that I have left with them is short. And how do I continue to inspire them as they're kind of deciding what they want to be when they grow up? And so that was a trigger for me to say, I've had a wonderful career in the utility, but I want to be a role model for them and others to really do something big for the greater good.
So you have children. How many?
I have 4 children.
4 children.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. And they're from what age to what age?
16 to 8. So quite a range. And yeah, they keep us very busy.
How do you balance your family life with your business and keeping it all together? That's that's a fun life.
It is a fun life. It is a busy life. It's very fulfilling. It's really about priorities and how my husband and I choose to spend our time and giving back to our community. And a lot of that correlates to the things, the activities, the interests that our kids have and they participate in. And so we give back to our community in ways that benefits not only our children, but other youth around us. And so it's really just making those decisions as what's your priority at this season of life. And so do we always get it right? No. And I like to joke, there is no work-life balance. But my kids are a little bit older, so they're a little more independent. So for me to start a business, at this point versus 15 years ago was a little bit easier. I don't know that it's ever easy, but because they do have some of that independence. But really, it's, again, just prioritization of the things that you want to do and accomplish with your family and in your business.
So do you find that having others help you is also another aspect of it as well?
Oh, goodness, yes. You, as women and as mothers, I think we put so much responsibility on ourselves to try to do all the things and get it right every time. And I mean, if you are able, I have a lady that comes and cleans my house every 2 weeks, and that alone helps me to keep my peace, right? But you can't do it all alone. And we live in a community that we're very lucky that we have people that we're able to help and are able to help us as our children have grown. And you definitely need others to be successful in this life.
So you just touched on also starting a new business when the children were a little bit older, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What advice do you have for somebody who's thinking, okay, I really want to start my own business. I just don't know what to do, where to start. I'm a little scared. Any suggestions?
Yeah, so I do. I think that the biggest thing, especially for women, is you need to trust your expertise. We all have a unique perspective. I bring some industrial engineering background. I, have 19 years in the utility business. It's really about cultivating the things that you know you can help people with, opening your mind to learn new skills. And it's scary, but it's very fulfilling and rewarding.
It is. So just go ahead and jump in, right?
Do it.
Feet first.
Just do it. I mean, I like to joke, people probably think I'm crazy that I left a very, seemingly stable role at a company that I had a long, relationship with. So I know people are like, she is off her rocker, but the excitement that I have and to learn new things at my age, and it's just very fulfilling, and it brings a sense of self-satisfaction that I wouldn't have probably had otherwise.
That's true. But I don't think you're crazy. I think that you had different goals that you wanted to achieve, and you wanted to spend time with your children.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah. You wanted some freedom and flexibility that the other couldn't give to you at this time.
Yes. And again, it's very much on my heart to help people in different ways than I've been able to. So it was all that packaged up right with a bow.
Knowing what you've learned so far in business, would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self?
Well, a lot of things, right? But just to take different opportunities that maybe don't necessarily align with what you think your path is, but to learn different things, because that might be that one thing that you can then go share with the world, even if it's different than what you think your plan is. So I work with clients and, they talk about, opportunities for development, learning that maybe the companies that they work with offer. Take as much of it in as you can, because that might be the thing that hits just right, where you're like, that's the skill that I have to get me from A to Z, or that's the transferable skill that I can then share with my community. And so just take in all of the opportunities that you're afforded and try to learn as much as you can.
So we're still in first quarter.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
do you plan for the new year or each quarter? How do you plan for your business?
Yeah. So I just had this conversation with a colleague. So really it's what are those kind of longer term annual goals that you're trying to reach? And then how do you break that down into quarterly nuggets, monthly nuggets, weekly nuggets, daily? And they have to be attainable, right? I mean, we all want the world, but that doesn't necessarily come in a year. So you need to set those realistic goals and then kind of back into them. How do I get from A to B in Q1 to make sure I get to Z by the end of the year? So it's really just kind of what's that overall and then working back into those numbers.
Do you have a goal you want to share with us that you're planning to hit this year?
I would really like to start working with newer leaders. So a lot of the individual work that I do now is with higher level leaders that are really trying to continue to level up. But it's on my heart also that, we put people into positions in different companies, industries, because they're really good at their job, not necessarily because they're good leaders. And how do we make sure they're successful in all aspects of their role? So that's one of the goals that I have, is to implement something for newer leaders that is attainable.
That's really good, because the new leaders need what you have so they can actually take that and grow down the road.
Right. And I know that, a lot of companies do have some type of development, but it's not always exactly what those individuals need. So something that, we can work on an individual basis, but get them some of the skills that they need in a timely manner.
Did you customize it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. What is one key strategy that you've actually used to scale your business that maybe somebody would have said, oh no, that's not going to work?
I feel like every day is an interesting experiment in trying to grow your audience. But I've tried all different things, but it's really, to me, like just being my authentic self. Like, I am not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. And so it's really just staying true to who I am and then finding my people. So just like anything in life, you attract those that you should attract, and I don't want to say repel, it sounds kind of negative, but right. And so it's really just staying authentic, even if it's not what you think might sell, or it's not what's kind of fitting into the cookie cutter of what's popular or working right now. It's really just continuing to like send my message out in the way that I send my messages out.
And that is so true, because being authentic to yourself and only attracting those people who resonate with you is key. For the simple reason, I mean, I'm hyper. I'm a little wild child, and not everybody can handle me. I get it.
Right. Right.
So if you had a superpower for one day, just 24 hours, what would it be?
Oh, goodness, a superpower. I wish that I could, for myself and others, especially those that I work with, clear all of the mental noise. So I think that we have so much going on every day in our lives, and we have all of these competing priorities, and we have all of these outside expectations. And it's really hard for people to really know what they need, what they want to be their authentic selves. And so if I could just give people, and again, myself, the piece of just clearing all of that, so everybody could become their best selves, that's what I would do.
Can I just say, wow, because that would be a superpower. Just all that noise that goes on, huh?
Yeah.
That's a key. All right. One fact about you that not a lot of people know about you.
So, like I mentioned, I have an industrial engineering degree, and I take engineering and lean manufacturing practices and implement them into like my normal life. I think there's so much to be said about like corporate best practices to put into the way you manage your household, your small business, even scheduling for your kids' activities. And so it's my nerdy hat being put on, where I say, how can we fix this problem? And integrate, something that you might not think otherwise and to be successful.
Okay. So I'm a nerd at heart, so I understand.
Okay.
I really think that is not that bad of a problem. I
Okay,
love the
good.
fact that it's yeah. Well, I mean, we all are a little nerdy. I mean, being a female entrepreneur, you have to be a little nerdy.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm totally that. So I fit the ticket.
You fit the ticket. All right, a book. What is one of your favorite books?
Oh gosh, I love everything Brené Brown. I think my favorite is Dare to Lead. I just think it's a good balance of research and practical leadership strategies, right? So the fact that she's integrating the information to kind of prove out why we can act in this way and the positive impact it can have is really a good one for me.
It's a little nerdy, analytic,
Yes.
positive book.
Exactly.
Song. What's a favorite song?
Oh, This Girl Is on Fire by Alicia Keys. I mean, why not, right? Like, what a good pump song for women, especially those that are trying to do big things.
That is like one of a song I like to sing. And I'm like, that girl is on fire.
Yes, sing it, get it, yes.
Right. A favorite quote?
I like the one by Amelia Earhart. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. So I just think it's, to like pull the trigger is like sometimes the hardest part, right?
It is. It is. That one's a really good one. I'll have to add that one to my
Thank you,
wall.
yes.
How do you stay motivated?
So my kids are a big motivation. The positive impact that I have for those that I work with, really just like helping people have wins. So, and it might not even be like, I made $1 million, which, but just even those wins of a client gets clarity as to what their next steps are. And to know that I had a piece of that with them and was able to help them to get that is really what keeps me motivated. It's just those kind of little daily wins to say like, we are getting great together.
Oh, that's nice. I like getting We Are Great Together. That is a really good title of a book or anything. Oh my word.
Don't steal it.
I'm not. It's yours. So you need to go copyright that now. And
right.
Yeah, that is a good win. All right. What is the best way to connect with you in your business?
So I mostly hang out on Facebook and LinkedIn, and it's Lindsey Schiel on both of those. I love to talk to both. It's just both platforms are so interesting and so different, and those are the best ways. I have a website as well, lindseyschiel.com, but definitely on the social media platforms is probably the best way to get a hold of me.
Wow. And what, if anything else, you'd like to tell our female entrepreneur audience?
I just want, especially women, I want all people to know, but especially women to know that you really can have everything you want. And it might not be all at the same time. It may not be immediately, but only you know what that is, and you have the ability to get it.
So true. All right. I'm expecting the book that we talked about.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for being on today. You're so fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.